Hey, welcome back to it. The Beard Brojo here on Beard Bros.
Oh,
Beard
shit.
Bros.
Brojo.
I do like that.
Beard Brojo?
Yeah, it's good.
Thank you. That's Alex. That's
Hi.
Ted.
Hello.
That's the star of the show.
Hello.
My name is Brett. I'm going to try and help this thing move along as, easily and efficiently and as fun as possible.
I'll be your tour guide for the evening.
Right. Thank you. Yeah, that's basically it.
Evening.
Yeah. I want to pick my outfit first. I'm going to pick mine.
Smitty's here.
I'm going to wear them jams. You feel?
Yeah, you can wear the jams.
Fuck yeah, dude. What about you? What do you
that's
want?
good. That's good. That's a good version. Okay, wait. I'd like
Biker, regular, or jams?
yeah, give me the biker, the bison look.
The bison look.
Right? Isn't that right?
I don't know if it has anything to do with bison, but...
Maybe the eye patch.
Okay. What you
Ooh,
want?
I want the red one. Yeah,
There is a
that was
bison-y vibe
cool.
to it now that she says that, but I don't know that it's intentional.
In the arcade mode, which I played,
Okay.
she was a victim of M. Bison,
True.
right? So,
I
maybe
kinda,
it was
like,
her uniform.
I feel like everybody kind of is.
Do you have control?
No, I do not.
Kelly, are you in control?
Not
Actually-
not in the slightest.
Are you sure?
Controller
off,
turned
bro?
off.
Oh, there you go. Just be you. Whoopsie. Sorry, everybody. Hi, welcome back to the show. We're so professional here. We're helping Kelly learn about
yeah,
the
there you
language
go.
of Street Fighter. Good boy Smitty. He's rolling all over my bag. I forgot. That's my fault. I forgot. Smitty's also in the room. He's killing it.
He did. He walked in while we were doing intros.
Smitty's young and angry.
This is kind of a part two as far as like last episode goes. We were kind of learning to prioritize which of the tools in our tool set based on like the zone that we are in. Zone meaning like how far away from the opponent. As a refresher, we had like long range, which was basically from here. Wait, hold on. From here to here. Yeah, right there. And then from here to here is like jumping range. Then you got your mid range stuff. Then you got your jab range stuff. And you got your close range stuff. Right? Not only that, we also talked about a couple of different states, setups, or not setups, but states. One being like, oh, when you knock your opponent down, they're waking up.
Yeah.
Then there's the opposite of that, where I get knocked down, right? Whoopsies. And then you're waking up, then you're on defense. That's very important, very different. But also some other situations too, where you guys are like pretty close, but like someone's putting pressure on you. You know what I mean? What do you do? And then the same thing when you're not so close, and someone's like putting pressure on you, like with like probably single buttons at that point. You know what I mean? You remember all that?
Yeah, I doubt I remember all of it, but I remember most of it.
Well, specifically to start, those are the zones. You remember the differences between them, right?
Yeah.
Tight. Okay. Not only that, but we also made like a chart. What the fuck is going on over there? Wait a minute.
There's a smell in this room. We're trying to figure out what the smell is. Ted smelled the ashtray, but then he breathed out, and it was like a Mr. Bean sketch. And it was very
It was a total
You
like
breathe out and the ash
pantomime
went
sketch.
everywhere?
Yeah.
Got it. That's actually just picturing that kind of funny.
It was very funny.
I
Sorry,
was hoping you were about to tell me that you figured out what the smell was.
I was hoping too, but I don't think it is.
Maybe.
Okay.
Could be.
Question of the day. What's that smell?
You hate to hear that, you know? You do hate to hear that.
So here's what I want to do today, Kelly.
Yeah.
Since we already like kind of whittled away a lot of the moves per zone. Like for example, when it comes to long range, there are only about 4, maybe 5 things that you would ever even consider doing here. But now I want to, with you, go through the process of figuring out which of those have the highest, I guess you would call them priority. Not necessarily priority, but like which one in a vacuum, in a pinch, should you probably throw out more often than others? Because is it really that bad of a smell, bro?
Who's the best?
No. I think Ash got in my nose.
Oh, he's holding his nose looking at me. I'm like, nigga, what the this is the weirdest episode of the show.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Smitty. Thank you. Smitty was chewing on our notepad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, here, can you
This
put
is
that
the
on?
weirdest episode.
This is so chaotic. I love it. Yeah, in case, like, I'm telling you guys, new era of Beard Bros.
We are in a house.
We're not fucking pretending.
I'm getting
They're
married
still
in
on
1
a green
month.
screen.
No, say that one more time.
I'm getting married in 1 month. I'm going to die. I'm going to explode. I don't know what is happening at any point in my life.
I'll bet you didn't think when you were a little girl, and you're like, when I get married one day, I want to be like, I bet you didn't think there'd be a big fat black guy sitting next to you once a week being like, learn this fucking game.
People want to see. People want to see you learn.
I bet you didn't think you'd be getting drilled with fucking confirmations and shit at the same time.
You know, honestly,
You better be practicing.
At the very least, during these dojo lessons, there's a right answer for something. You know? Like, at the very least, you can just be like, this is what you need to do. And I can be like, yes, okay. That is not in existence anywhere else in life right now.
I will be your, like, your port in a storm of like, bad instructions.
At least I know, like, here, if I follow the instructions, I will get better.
Yep. You're going to be fine, baby. Okay. So, we were talking about all our different options in the zone, but I want you to, like, I'm going to do it with you and figure out which ones are the best to use in probably any given situation based on that zone. And because they're not all equal, right? Like, let's say, for example, long range, we have what? Let's say we have 5 things that you could possibly do long range. It's not like they're all 20% of the time they're good. It's probably like 80%, 2%. You know what I mean? Sure. That kind of thing. And you've got your chart here. So let's start with a simple one, huh? Let's start with, let's do this. I'm going to... Why don't you knock me down? Give me a sweep. I'm going to be waking up, and you tell me the things. Let's go over that list real quick. So that is Oki, right? How many things do we have there that you could maybe do?
Okay, I could backward walk.
Yeah.
I could block. I could throw. I could jab.
Yeah.
Or I could medium punch.
5 things.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, so for each of these, we can talk about, like, what we're doing is not necessarily like what is the safest. That's only half the equation. It's about risk versus reward.
Okay.
What are the risks and what are the rewards, and weighing them against each other. So, why don't we talk about that?
She really has Spider-Man logo right all over her back.
Yeah, she looks like Scarlet Spider.
I really do like this
That outfit. Legit just looks like Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's real.
Like Spider-Man PS5.
Okay, so first the back walk, right?
What about, you want to talk about backwalk first?
Well, I don't know. It's just at the top of the list.
Sure,
so,
let's do that. Let's go from top to bottom.
So, the backwalk, as far as risk, very little risk.
Very little. What is the risk then?
Them popping up and following up with a long range attack that could.
Yeah, but even if I do a long range attack here, like you knock me down and then walk back. Look at that, right?
Yeah, I'm still blocking. So very little risk.
I'll show you what the risk is.
Okay.
Do it again. Right? But even for me to do that, like.
That's not the smartest play you could make.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's super risky for me to do that. So you're right. There is very little risk, but I do want you to be aware of what that little risk is. So you're right. Yeah.
And also, but also very little reward.
Ah!
Except for,
good
space.
call.
Like, space is its own reward, I suppose,
It could be.
And it could give me an opportunity to, like, maybe stock up or something like that, But yeah, it's very low risk, low reward.
Good call. All right. So let's keep that in mind and move down the list then.
Okay. Next up, a block.
Okay, what's the risk?
Being thrown.
Yeah. Okay, so far, that is the risk. There's also the risk of these moves, which I haven't gone over yet. Things that like bust up low blocks. The opposite of lows. If you will.
Yeah, ones that come from above.
They're called overheads.
Overheads. There we go.
So there's that. But then if you take a look, should I put on the frame bar? I should probably put on the frame bar. 1 second. There we go. Block low again, real quick. As you can see, my number on the top, that's +2. So +2, remember the magic number in this game is like 3 or 4.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna be able to combo after that because like I don't have at least 4. So like the you getting bopped with that it sucks.
Less likely. Would you say?
It's not that it's less likely, but it's that if it happens, it's over.
Yeah.
I get nothing more.
Gotcha.
So you can get thrown if you block, or which kind of does suck, or you can catch an overhead.
Yeah.
What else? Is that basically it?
I think that's probably like the only major risk.
I'm gonna throw one more in there at you.
Okay.
You kind of sacrifice your advantage, your turn, because I could wake. If you're gonna do nothing, I could wake up and like, start to take my turn, even though it's not mine. Sure. So that kind of blows, right? So there's that. Okay. So what is the reward potentially? I guess.
The reward is that you don't lose much ground and
True.
you kind of can scout out what they're doing.
I suppose so. Here, knock me down and block. Hard to react to that. You know what I mean?
True.
Even though you're safe from a lot of what I do, I could wake up with a lot of stuff and you'd be safe from it because you're blocking. Scouting is not really something you can do because you're so close. There's nothing you're gonna be able to react to.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So keep that in mind.
So then I don't know another reward to it. You're not giving up ground.
That's about it. Yeah, you're right. There is not much reward.
Yeah, not much reward.
There is not much reward. You're absolutely right. But but it's not that risky either, right? Kind of like a backwalk, if you will. Right?
Yeah.
Good call. Okay, what else you
Okay.
got?
Next. Oh, well, I should
Throw?
knock
Yeah?
you down first, but it's the throw.
Sure, let's do it. Okay. So, you knock me down, I wake up, you throw me. Okay. So what are the risks involved?
The risk is, getting teched will cancel it out, and you'll lose your advantage.
Sure. Not that big of a risk when you think about it,
Not too big of a risk. That's kind of puts you back to evens.
Exactly. Good call.
And let's see here.
Keep talking.
There's not because what can really be done to a throw except for maybe a quicker combo, but I should have advantage in that
You
scenario,
mean like
right?
if I tried to press a button?
Like you can jab me.
You want to try?
Maybe the jab. Yeah, I think the jab will come out faster,
I'll jab you.
right?
I'll jab you. Go ahead. Nope. Counter hit. As long as you're timing, because that's the power of having Oki on someone when they're waking up. You can have a long ass move as long as you time it right. There's no, I do the quickest move. You're still gonna win because you use the time of me getting up to time your shit to hit me perfectly.
That's fair. That makes sense.
So yeah, you can beat any like little move I have as long as it's not invincible. You can beat anything I do as long as you time your throw right, which you should be trying to do at all times. You're a little late there. Good.
There we go.
Great job. So now you understand, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So when it comes to like a risk of getting hit out of your throw, pretty much non-existent as long as you're on top of your game.
Great. Okay. Cool.
So
Yeah. Because I was thinking of anything else that could possibly be done during that, and there really isn't all that much that could come out before it.
Yeah, as far as a throw goes, the things that I could potentially do, just let you know, I could backdash.
Okay.
Throws beat backdash. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm a backdash. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Another thing I could do is this. Right?
Oh. Okay.
Both of those things, pretty fucking risky for me, though.
Sure.
I haven't really taught you how to blow those up yet. You probably don't even need to fucking know. Because no one at your level is going to be doing that shit. Fuck that,
Okay.
right? But my point is, the things that can, make this low-risk thing kind of higher risk, you're probably not going to counter it.
Okay.
And if it does, it's an easy-to-stop thing.
Great. Okay.
Okay, so not much risk. And what about reward for throw?
It does damage. It moves you. It gains you ground. And
You know what we're going to start doing? Let's go low, medium, high. What do you think? Low, medium, or high reward on a throw?
I think that's pretty high.
Ooh, do it again. Throw me. Just throw me.
Oh.
Yeah, just throw. Why is that high to you?
I don't know. 1,200 damage is not too bad,
No, it's not too bad. But
and it moves you back so much.
the corner push is nice. But, compared to, we have to, look at all the grand scheme of these things. I'm glad we're covering all this now so we don't have to cover it later. You compare it with stuff, stuff like that, all of a sudden, throw doesn't seem so high to me.
Okay.
I think it is, at best, I think it's medium reward.
Okay.
So what are we looking at? Low
Fair.
risk, medium reward?
Okay. Yeah. Low risk, medium reward. Then.
What was the first ones we said? We said backwalk was low risk, low reward.
And then block is also low risk, low reward.
Low risk, high, low risk, medium reward. So this is the best one we're seeing so far.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Best option so far.
And if we really think about that, that tracks with me. That tracks with my knowledge.
It just makes sense in an instinctual way.
Would I rather, if I knock someone down and I have big advantage, would I rather, out of these three things so far, walk back, block, or throw? Fuck yeah, I'd rather throw. Yeah. All right, what's your next option?
Jabs.
Yeah. Okay, what's your what's the risk?
Well, now I've just learned that the throw will beat it if it's timed right.
If
Oh,
I'm
wait,
waking,
no. Yeah, no, if you're waking.
You want to try it? You want to try it?
Yeah.
I'll throw. No, I'm fucked.
Okay.
Because you have
Because
advantage.
that's not what I'm doing. It's what you're doing. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So I do like doing jabs on wake ups often. I notice that I do it a lot.
Yes, you do. What's the risk, though?
The risk, I think, is getting hit with something. What is the risk to this jab?
What is the risk? Yeah.
What is the risk to this
If you don't
jab?
see any risks, you can let me know. I don't see the fucking risk.
I don't see a huge risk. I find this to be a pretty safe option.
It is
because usually
fucking
they
safe,
don't,
dude.
They can't. They don't.
I'm gonna show you what I
They
can
don't
do.
beat it. Okay.
Like the one that has invincibility on it, right?
Yeah.
Here, let me show you what happens. I'm gonna do remember that you were familiar with the heavy version of that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the heavy one, and you jab me.
Okay.
Go for it. Yep, counter hit, right? Makes sense. I'll do the EX now. Because that has invincibility frames. As a matter of fact, you can look on the frame bar. See those white bars?
Yes.
That means I am untouchable. Which means you get hit.
So that's what, and that's to not that I'm asking you to add it to the repertoire, but how do you do that? Yeah.
Sure. Hit me with the heavy version of. Actually, hit me with like the light version of that, please. Great. Hit me with the medium version. Do that, but press both buttons at the same time. The light and medium.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, put that here. Yeah. I see you. Is
it like that?
You're doing that. Yeah, guys at home. She's doing it like your instinct is to move your thumb. I will save you a lifetime of trouble. Don't do that. Just put like here. See my thumb? You just put your thumb right between the two. I think your thumb should be big enough to hit both, but give it a shot. You got this. Let me see your.
She could do it for sure.
Let me see.
Yeah, she did it. Yeah.
But I feel like I also pressed X and O.
That might be because your thumb's a little too flat. See how my thumb comes up a little bit when I play?
Yeah, kind of more.
A little bit up. Yeah.
Okay.
Give that another shot. You'll get it. Go for it. One more time. Very good. I highly recommend you practice that. Yeah, EX moves. We'll get there, but that is an option. It's a very important
Google
defensive
how
option.
to grow hands.
Yeah, I saw you moving that thumb so you can like cover both of them at the same time.
Just hit it
It's
with a
never going to be
cartoon.
fast enough.
Don't do
I'll never be
Just
fast
hit it with
enough
like a
to do that.
hammer from like Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, make it nice and flat.
Bump, 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 bump.
Okay, so we've covered that. Pretty low risk on the jabs, right?
Pretty low risk on the jabs.
What's your reward?
A little bit of damage. I would say low reward.
Low reward?
Low to medium reward.
Okay.
Because
I'll
you
go
do get
medium
a
with
little
you.
damage. You do get a little damage. It's hard to like, it's hard to, it makes me safer and then it ends up with like
Yep.
not a ton of advantage, but
Right.
like still
You get
still
your 3.
pretty safe.
You get your 3. You're very safe. You get a little damage and you're done. I'd say you're right, low to medium. You know what, dude? Low.
Yeah.
Low.
Yeah.
Low.
Not as low as a walk and a block, but still low.
I'll agree to that.
Safe.
But I'm glad you're starting to think of it that way. Like, okay, we have multiple examples that are low risk, low reward. How do you rank those? You're doing it already. So let's say you got one more though, right?
Yeah, we do.
So far we got 3 that are like low risk, low reward, and 1 that's low risk, medium reward.
Yes.
Okay, what's your last one?
Medium punch.
Oh boy.
And I would assume that it's that.
Nice. Yeah.
Off
And you
the
can
medium
even
punch.
do the, you know how to do the double.
Oh yeah,
kick,
that's right.
Yeah, can you do that right now? Can you try it?
Yeah, let's see.
Go for it.
Oops.
You'll get it.
It's
forward.
forward. It's forward. Okay.
Don't even go for the knockdown. Just go for the standing one real quick. Nice. Now do it in the combo. Fucking nailed it. Good. Look at you. So that's basically what I'm referring to, really, when I say medium punch. Kind of, right? Right. So what do you think? What's the risk?
I think that with a medium. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, please think about it. You want me to mash jab?
Yeah, because I feel like that is the thing that I'm thinking is the only thing that could beat it speed-wise.
Let's find out. Nope, I'm fucked. Once again, you could choose the slowest move in the world on my wake up. As long as you time it right, you fuck me.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Like, your slowness counts for nothing because I have to take time to get up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
yeah. What's the risk?
So the risk then with that is not
Low risk.
It's low risk. It's
Yeah.
real low risk.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of neat.
Absolutely.
So yeah, pretty much any Oki, it's a low risk situation as long as you don't like.
That's because you have Oki. That's the advantage you have. It's huge, right? Not to mention the fact, like our last episode, we already knocked off so many things that would be higher risk. You know what I mean? So, what's the reward?
This one's at least medium, if not high, because this does. Let's see here. If I can get that combo off,
It's high. Yeah.
it's a high amount of damage.
Not to mention, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're
it gets
set up
ridiculous.
set up for success there.
Absolutely. So, I'd
So-
say that's low risk, high reward.
Low risk, high reward.
That sounds like we got a clear winner so far, right?
Yeah.
So here, I made a little chart on my phone. I'll probably end up sending this to you. Why did I just open that?
What do you need, baby?
Alex, behind you in that drawer, there's pens.
Wait, I got one.
It's got a pen already.
A pen already.
Here. What are you gonna do? Like, number them?
Oh, I was gonna make little stars or something like that,
Okay.
or maybe numbers is probably a better.
Okay.
It's probably a better system.
Well, I'm looking at Oki, and this is just me going off of like feeling what I wrote down. Let's see what we came up with. Your number 1 right now is medium punch, right?
Yeah.
What's your number 2?
Throw.
I think you're right, bro. I think you might be right. Yeah, I did jab before throw. But I think you might be right, honestly. I mean, well...
Better option?
That's not true. I'm sticking with jab. I think for the way that you're playing the game, throw might be a better option. But for the way that I play the game, because I can do, like, this shit. You know what I mean? Like, extend it. So, but here's the thing. Throw and jab for you right now, pretty fucking close, right? So, okay, number 1 is medium punch, right?
Yes.
Okay. Like, far and away.
Far and away. This seems like the
thing to do.
biggest option, the biggest reward.
And then throw, and then jab, and then what? What do you think?
I'd say probably... Well, let's see.
The only things left are block and walk back.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which one of those is worse in the long run, and I don't know. I guess it depends on how I want to play it, because like I think a back walk could be really
you think
useful.
Walk back is worse, Alex?
I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah,
because you're giving up ground.
I think it could be. Yeah. So yeah, there's the question of giving up ground, but then there's also the question of do I need to restock, and it might be the best option in that moment to like take the time to restock. But like if you don't need to do that, then I think not giving up the ground is probably a better option.
I agree. So you've got your order right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could like I don't know if I left you enough room to fucking put numbers or whatever, but it doesn't matter. That's pretty good. Well done. Let's do something a little bit different. Let's take it to you want to do long range this time?
Sure.
All right, long range. What are your options there?
Forward walk.
Yeah.
Backward walk.
Yeah.
Stock.
Yeah. Light stock.
Light stock, and then wave or forward dash.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's talk about forward walk. What's the risk? Or rather, like low risk, high risk.
It's pretty low. Pretty low.
Pretty
risk.
fucking low. Yeah. There's not much I can fuck with you with it. You know? What's the reward?
Also pretty low. There's not really much that I can do other than get closer. You know.
Yeah. Pretty well. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty low reward. Okay. What about is back walk on there? Yeah.
It is there because it's technically possible, I guess, and then sometimes this range counts, and so you want to get a little bit more space. Low risk, low reward.
So let's just rank those right now. What do you think is a better option, forward walk or back walk?
A forward walk.
I agree. Good call. Good call. Yeah, like what are you really?
A backwards walk really is nothing except for that I can do it.
Right. Okay.
Feels like a taunt almost.
It's a back walk here. Yeah. Just putting yourself into a corner. Not good. What else we have?
Stock.
Oh yeah. Okay. What about stock? What is the risk?
There's very little risk.
Very little.
To stock at a distance. I'd say.
Someone could throw like a very fast projectile at you, maybe, but look at the speed of this thing.
Yeah,
man.
it's real quick.
Yeah, very low risk. The reward though, what do you think?
The reward is like a delayed reward.
It's true, but how high is it? Medium or high?
I think it's medium.
Okay, I would be willing to go fucking high.
Yeah, because I'm saying it's so useful later when I have to do these things and whatever else I'm gonna do. I feel like this one it might be a sleeper great option at the longest range.
I want you to pay attention to the analyses that you're making right now because they're accurate.
Yeah.
Look what you're doing. No. This is a great example to do something that we may have failed to do yet in this show. Look how far you've come.
Aww.
No. I'm not fucking like jerking you off. It is super important. It's super important when you do these things. I do it to myself all the time. I'll play a person and I'll go, I'm proud of myself for adapting in this way. And then I'll move the fuck on. Because it's important to take the time to recognize your incremental growth. Look how far you come.
That's true.
You're like looking at this game and going like, no, stock's real low risk. I think it's the best. Look what you're doing. You know what I mean? You're fucking doing it, man.
Yeah, and this was something that I was very concerned that I would just never really understand.
Oh no.
In this.
You're speaking the language, baby.
Sick.
Okay, so
Literacy.
What do you think? Low risk, high reward, or low risk, medium reward?
I say this is high reward. This is a great option to do back here.
So right now this is the front runner
safe.
at long range, right?
Yes.
Great. What else you got?
The wave.
Ooh.
Which is also I really do like this as well.
Ooh, yeah.
Because
what's the risk?
It is very little again.
Very low risk.
It takes more time than the stock. So
I would say it's slightly higher risk. But would you say it's low or medium risk at like
still
long
low.
range? But remember, this is long range. It's not just It's not just this. It's also like this. You understand?
Yeah.
So, what do you think? Is it still considered low risk?
I think it is still considered low risk.
I couldn't agree more. What's the reward?
High. The reward is
freedom.
freedom.
It is, dude. Fuck yeah.
The reward is freedom.
Anytime you break into like making them have to do something, that feels like it's a level up, right?
It's true. That being said, if you're long range, you don't have to do anything because this thing doesn't go full screen.
Oh,
But still, man, like because you can do this, Jesus Christ,
it's
man.
way more antagonistic. Yeah,
It's like freedom. It's like a shield to you, and it just is like, it's great. It's just like a little buddy. The wave is
Also,
a buddy.
it can help you do your other good option at this range so far. Let's say we're long range, right? I only have one stock. You see that?
Oh, yeah.
I use one stock, and then I go, boom.
Then you can get 2.
Or fucking, depending.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What else you got on the list?
Forward dash.
Got it. What do you... Thank you, Jay.
I think that is a more than a low risk.
What do you
forward
think?
dashing in.
What do you think?
I
Medium?
think that's I think that could be a medium risk.
Okay, I'll give you that.
But only because like if you like poke me
If
and
I could do
and I
this, yeah,
dash
you want
in
to
or
try it? Here,
whatever.
go for a dash at random. Go for it. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Yeah, you're right. Medium risk. Okay.
I think that there's more risk to this than any of the other options.
I'll agree to that. Good job.
But-
hey, are you listening to her? Good job.
But as far as reward,
Yeah.
it kind of depends. If you need to get closer distance to like apply more pressure, like you're never gonna apply a whole bunch of pressure from back here.
No, but even from long range, if you get one dash in, you're still not going to apply a bunch of pressure. I think it's best as a surprise to change the math, right? Like you could be back there doing this, and then I could do that and go for something, right? So what do you think? Medium risk, you said. What do you think about reward?
Low.
Low reward? All right. I was thinking maybe medium, but low reward. Medium risk, low reward puts it pretty low on the fucking totem pole.
Yeah, but you're right, because I don't think that I think that it's more useful than
The
back walks,
back. That's
the
what I'm
walks.
saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think this is more? Here's the real question. You think it's more useful than back walk, right? I agree in this scenario. Do you
Is
think
it more useful than forward walk?
That's the fucking question. I know my answer.
You sacrifice speed for vulnerability, I think.
Look at her fucking go! Okay, so what do you think? Which one do you think? You've established which one is less risky. We all know the forward walk is less risky. Which one gives you more reward, though?
I don't know. I might put the forward walk as more rewarding.
All right. Okay.
And I think it's because I would err on the side of being a little bit more careful.
Fair enough.
Rather than like rushing in and trying to like do something wild.
Then get your pin out and let's rank them. What's
All right.
number one? Number one, it's the wave and the stock. Which one do you think is like?
I think the stock.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you
think it
can't
gets
wave
better the
unless
more
you
you do it
unless you already
also.
stock.
What, the stock gets better the more
like
you do?
you got 3 stock, that's better than 1 stock. Like
I mean, sure, but
doing stock twice is more rewarding than doing it once.
Okay, that's fine. You go
know what I
ahead.
mean?
I like the stock. I like the stock best because you can't wave without the stock. You have to do it anyway. It's very useful. It does. I think it's old faithful, a little bit reliable.
That's fine, man. That's
But it's
fine.
not
I'm letting
really
you know,
close.
I would have chosen the wave as number
Yeah.
1 and the stock as a close number 2.
Sure.
You want to put the wave of the stock number 1? Done.
Yeah, but I do think they're real close on that
Sure,
podium.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got your 1 and your 2. Well, what was bottom? The bottom was easy to take care of.
Was
Back
back
walk.
walk, and then
Got it.
I think I'm gonna put forward walk
Forward-
at number 3
Look at you go.
and forward dash.
Look at you go. So now when you play, hopefully when you're in the zone, what do I do? Oh, yeah, I may as well. And if you already have 3, that knocks out number 1. Like, it's
Right.
useless, right? So then you go,
Because then I'm like, okay, let's
fuck it.
wave.
You know what I mean?
Let's wave at him.
And then you go from and look at the synergy. You go from your number 1, and then when you're fully stocked up, you go for number 2. You know what's great after your number 2? Your number 3 choice. You know what I mean? It all works.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. That's so much more flowy. Mm-hmm. They flow into each other.
Indeed.
Those options.
I'll let you choose the next range.
Okay.
My bad. Hold on.
Let's see here. Let's do.
I think this whole activity would help me the most.
Which activity?
Just like figuring out what is the best in which
Scenario?
distance
For
scenario.
the
Yeah.
The
For, like,
mentality
your
of it
life?
even.
Yeah.
For your life or like fighting games?
For fighting games.
Nigga, I've been trying to get you to play fighting games for 6 years.
No, I know.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm usually racked with indecision, and this would help me a lot.
But I'm telling you, just based on like individual little scenarios of where you are and the resources you have, it's literally choosing like between 2 things.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Kellie, you made a choice?
I want to do jab range.
Yeah. Okay, so once again, not this, but right probably at the edge of this fucker, right? Perfect. All right, so I've got our like state. Now I can like, no matter where I go, I can press this and we're right back there.
Oh, nice.
There's our jab range. And how many options do we have? Count them out.
Lots. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
Jesus
options.
Christ. Okay.
But I have a feeling some of these are going to be not
immediately like dismissible.
Maybe.
Good. Great. You want to go from the top?
Yeah.
What do we got first?
A forward walk.
What do you think? What's the risk?
High.
Okay.
I think it's pretty high risk to walk in because you can't be blocking while you're walking in. And really, like,
go on.
The only reason that I would want to close this distance, I think, is to
get close,
to get into close range and probably like throw or something.
Sure, you're absolutely right. High risk, good. I would agree because at this range, all my shit is turned on as far as bopping you for walking forward.
Right.
You know. So you're right. High risk. What's the reward? Getting in close.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty much it. So I think it's high risk and pretty low reward. Pretty only like one application of reward.
But remember, getting in close is nice because then you can threaten with this kind of shit, right? So you say low reward?
Low reward.
I think you might be misevaluating how scary it is to be here with advantage. Because like this shit, you know what I mean?
If you can do combos, for example, like reliably, and you're in there, that's like the worst place you could it's like probably the worst situation you could possibly be in, right?
Yeah, and even more so than combos, it's just like the hit confirmations, right? The pressure, the bully buttons, right? Because like when you're this close to me and I know you're putting on this motherfucker, I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go, right? As opposed to if I'm here and you pull that, then it's over. You know what I mean?
Sure. Okay.
So I'll recommend this. Let's say high risk, medium reward to just walk. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel that.
I don't want you to discount the reward. Like, if you're here, I don't want you to neglect how attractive it is to be here. To go from here to here. Literally, with stuff. Not just walking. You could, like, and then, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Anyway, what's the next one?
Next one, jab distance, back walk.
Jab distance, back walk. What do you think?
I think it's a medium risk. I think it's less. I think it's less of a risk than walking forward because, as you said, as soon as you're back walking, you're blocking already.
Yep. And the only thing you're open to is this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Which can be fucked up, right? Potentially. But yeah. Okay. You want to say medium risk?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the risk on that is medium.
And the risk, the reward.
Also, kind of low.
What do you low?
Yeah, I don't think the reward is very high walking back here unless you need to like.
Let me show you why the reward could be higher than low. I don't know about high, but check this out. Throw out like a light kick, right? Oh fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck me up. No, you're good. Do it again. Right? One more time and wait.
Wait. Sorry.
Do it again. Right? When you walk back, like when you have your opponent used to this range of combat, right? This kind of scramble shit. When you walk back, you can make them whiff. Yeah. You allow them to the space to like open themselves up, so you can come with this kind of shit or this kind of shit. You know what I mean? So once again, I think I'm realizing what's happening now. I think you overall as a player might be not misjudging, but underestimating. There's the word. The power that comes from simply changing the spacing ever so slightly. Going from here to here is fucking scary. Going from here to here can be fucking scary. Like if we're right here and I'm throwing out my little jabs and shit, right? Like, you know, we played it in our meta all the time. When you're doing this, how many times have I just took a step back and then just did that shit? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would say that you evaluate this back walk at least at a medium reward.
Okay. All right.
You say low risk, medium reward?
Yeah.
Forward walk is high risk, medium reward.
Well, I think I said medium risk but it is kind of lower risk.
Medium risk, low.
Well, yeah, low. Yeah, I would say it's low risk because really, like you said, really the only thing that can get me walking back is kind of like a longer low poke.
Okay, so once again, what was the forward walk? It was high risk or low or medium risk?
High. I put it at high risk.
High risk. That's fine. High risk, medium reward.
High risk, medium reward.
And then the next one is low risk, medium reward.
Low risk, medium reward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. What's your next technique?
Block.
Yeah, dude. Pretty important, right? From this range. What do you think?
I think this is a pretty low risk.
Yeah.
Because what can be done here is that they can move forward and then try to grab me, but like, you know, that's some spacing, like, you know, they have to move forward first.
Yeah,
and
if they move forward, you know what you could do, right? So you say low risk here? Okay, that's fine.
The other risks are what? Just
could
maybe
take an
those,
overhead,
yeah, an overhead or like a the iframe move that. Or
Oh
the
yeah, but even the
iframe moves.
iframe move, if you're blocking, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Oh, that's true because then I just get
The biggest punish in the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I would say that I'd say the risk is pretty low on this, and the reward is pretty medium. I would say you're not gaining any like advantage or ground, but like you are in a good position to respond. I think if you're blocking.
I'll agree to that. I might put this up to medium risk because of how quick this is.
Okay.
Like going from where we are. Look at that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
Fair.
You can still evaluate as low.
No, fair.
I'm just making you aware of that.
Yeah.
But medium risk, medium reward is like fine. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want medium, so what do you think? Low risk or medium risk? It's your call.
There really isn't like an objective answer to this.
Yeah, I know.
There's not. No.
We need to do it on a 5-point scale.
I know.
Which is
geez.
ironic
I'd
because
say
at the
this
top
is-
of this episode you were like, at least in this, like when I say things, they're like correct.
Good call. Good call. It's nothing's-
Low.
Low
I
risk?
think it is still a low risk.
Okay. Low
Yeah.
risk, medium reward. Cool. Got it. All right.
Maybe.
Hopefully we got a lot in this zone, so let's try and keep these in
Yeah.
mind. What else you got?
Next is jab.
Oh yeah. What do you think? What's the risk?
I think that the risk is probably low to medium. They're fast and they're
Yeah.
not like something is probably not going to get out before it. But I think that like by nature of it, they at some point, as if you're not on top of your game, you can be crumbled by something stronger or bigger or better.
Yeah, it's not about bigger, stronger, or better, but you're right. But like, if you're right, there is a vulnerability there, but it is pretty low risk. I would say maybe this is medium risk because, like, you know, if we're sitting here in this zone, right, and I block one of your things, and at a certain point I could just like do this. You try and press a button. Hold on, go. What? Oh, you got me. There it is. That counter hit bullshit can be fucking scary. Right? Like, you don't want to just throw this out. Like, if it were low risk, if it were truly low risk, right? You could just like mindlessly do this.
Sure.
But as you know, you can't because I can back up and do this. I can wait until I block. Go for it. Yeah, just try and mindlessly do this shit. I can just, you know, I can do all kinds of stuff to stop that. I don't think it's truly low risk because of the distance.
Sure.
I think this is medium, dude.
A medium risk.
You have to be mindful. It's not about, you know, it's like
yeah.
run, maybe, and see how they respond, you know? That's all. Okay, what about the reward, though?
I think that the rewards are pretty good. I think it's maybe a medium risk, medium reward
I would
situation.
agree, man. I would agree. Yeah, medium risk, medium reward, which basically lines up with this so far. No, you said low risk for that. My bad. Okay, great.
Okay.
So that's even better. Okay, what else you got on the list?
DI.
Oh my God.
Was this the range you said DI shines in, or was it slightly further back?
I think DI shines mid range, slightly further back.
Okay. Yeah, so because DI in this instance...
Yeah, what's the risk?
The risk, well, counter DI.
Sure, but that goes for here. Well,
That goes for
no, you're right.
power.
No, you're right. That is a risk, true.
Counter DI is a risk
Yep.
here. So is, I guess, getting thrown.
Yeah, you want to try it?
Yeah.
Go for the DI whenever you're ready. Yeah, dude, you're so close. Absolutely. Yeah. Not to mention, we're in jab range, right? So I'm more likely to
be able to triple
doing
jab
this.
me out of it.
Not on reaction, but just the fact that I'm like, you know,
Already
doing
doing-
quick stuff
yeah.
means I'm like, here, just do DI at any second, at any point. Do it again. Like if I'm already doing quick shit, that's cancelable.
you pivoted even to cancel.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the risk is higher for DI here than elsewhere.
Would you say it's medium risk or high risk, low? What do you think?
I think it's medium risk.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
I think it's medium risk because it's not the worst thing that can happen.
I'll give you that.
And reward.
It depends on if they press a button or not, right?
Yeah. It really depends on how they react to it. Because the reward is pretty good for a DI in general, I would say. You know, gives
Yeah.
you distance and does some good damage.
But if I'm here, do it again. If I'm like doing this kind of shit, that's huge reward, right? What do you think? High reward potentially?
yeah.
Okay, because
I'm
like I said,
assuming
because
that's
even
a lot
here,
of
hit me with it
damage,
real quick. Even if I block it, you get the push towards the corner, and if you hit, I think it might be high reward.
Mid risk, high reward.
Medium risk. Okay, I'm fine with that. Okay, what else you got?
DI stock.
The stock. So from this range, it was light stock, right?
Yes.
Go for it. I'll block it. Ooh, was it light stock?
Or was it medium stock?
Maybe it was medium. Shit. From this range. Fuck it. We'll go with medium for now. -6, right? Ooh, yeah. Almost got you. What is this? Is this 6? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay.
I think that this is seems risky.
What's
seems
the
more
risk?
risky to me. It seems like this is pretty punishable on whiff.
There's certainly. Also, the startup is not that
Startup
long.
is pretty slow.
Here, do it real quick. Shit. Do it again. There it is. Just trying to prove the counter hit, right? You can be hit out of it pretty easily.
Okay, yeah. So hit out pretty easily.
It's not the fastest.
It's not the fastest move to come out.
It's not the safest. If you space it right, it's kind of safe, but yeah.
And the reward...
What's the reward? Yeah,
the reward is, well, you get a stock. And
True. You get a knockdown?
You do get a knockdown.
But then it's not a hard knockdown, so I can go away like that.
So...
What do you think?
I think that's medium reward.
Yeah, I would totally agree.
Yeah.
What about the risk?
Risk is at least medium, if not high.
I would agree. What do you think? A medium or high?
Medium? I think I'm going to go with medium.
Just opened a creaking door somewhere in her body to find that answer.
She opened a chest with a baby velociraptor in it.
Look at him.
Medium risk, medium reward?
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
All right. Should we... we're about like halfway through this little zone here. Do you want to go back and reevaluate what we've done?
Okay.
Forward walk was...
So forward walk is high risk, but medium reward.
Yeah.
Back walk was maybe medium...
It was low risk,
is low
medium
risk,
reward?
medium reward.
Okay.
Block was...
low medium?
Low medium.
Yeah.
Jab was medium medium.
Yeah.
DI was medium high.
Yeah.
And stock is...
Medium.
Medium.
Good job. Okay. Let's move on.
Jump in.
Oh my god.
Because this is the... Okay. Jab... Jab is a little closer, right?
Yeah, look, I'll reset us. There you go.
Because we're trying to do... Because this is the cross-up, right? So that's the intention of the jump in at this range.
Yep. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Go for
so
it.
it was...
It's medium kick when you're next to me.
Medium kick.
Oh, almost. Circle. Nailed it.
Aha. Okay, yeah.
What's the risk?
Lower?
You think so? Go for it. So I can't do that, right? Try it again.
What did you just do? Okay.
I tried to do the anti-air on you, right?
Yes.
It didn't work because we were so close, right?
Yeah.
Okay, try this, though. Go.
Right. Okay.
Try it again.
What is that?
Just jump back medium punch. Oh. But see, you're like reacting to me jumping, which means you would never hit me on the ground, right? Like if you're expecting me to be here so you can land a cross up, you know what I mean? Try it again. Like you know I'm gonna do it, and if I react to you, right? I'd say that it's like less risky than most jump ins, because of how close it is and how awkward it is for me to anti-air. But it's still kind of dangerous. Here, do it again.
Okay.
Here, let me reset it. Okay. Ooh, I tried. One more time.
Oops.
Here, I'll wait until you move. Yeah, it's tough. It's
Damn,
tough.
that's
Can you windmill kick that?
Pinwheel, good call.
Or pinwheel?
That's a cross cut, which I didn't even mean to do. That's very hard to do. Try it again.
That's actually crazy that the hitbox goes all the way around for that one.
It didn't. It flipped directions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like a real ass. Okay.
Yeah. It's a cross cut. So, what do you think?
Well, it wasn't too bad. Like, there was not a whole lot of things that you could do that would really, really mess me up. So the risk, but I mean, but there were some things that were like, that would just stop me in the tracks there.
I'm going to give you a hint.
Okay.
Based on the character, like, not all characters are built like Drudy, right? So there might be someone who has an anti-air normal that excels at catching this angle.
Sure.
You know? Right? Like, it all depends. Jumping is inherently risky, and we talked about that when we first introduced jumping to you.
Right, yeah.
So what do you think, man? It looks medium or high?
I think it's probably a higher risk situation.
Okay, that's fine. We can say that. I'd be willing to go medium for you because of the distance and like the awkwardness of the angle, but high is perfect. Okay, but what about the reward?
I think the reward is also pretty good on a success.
Yeah, what do you think?
Because you gain your it's all about positioning, and so you cross up, you do a little bit of damage, then you're in close range, and you can
man.
like
I think you're underestimating it too. Check this out.
Oh, bully.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Huge, big advantage. Because even if I block it successfully, here, do it. Let's look at the number after. All right? You're still +5. Mm-hmm. Jump-ins inherently give you that.
Okay.
Right? That's the reward you get for the big risk.
Okay.
So I would definitely say high reward for this.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward?
Yeah, or maybe medium high risk.
Your call. But make a call now.
Call now.
Call now. Okay, wait. Let's bump it to medium risk.
Okay.
Because I wasn't like after you started doing things to counter me, I wasn't really like. I was like, well, that's not so bad.
Check this out.
I didn't feel like, oh, I'm fucked.
Do it again. Is that too? You know what I mean?
Oh, wait. Do that one. Do that again.
You want to do it to me?
Yeah.
I'll jump at you. I'll neutral jump and then jump at you.
Okay.
And you just grab in the air. You have to jump and grab.
Jump and grab in the air.
Here we go. Nice job.
Wow, I like that.
That looks cool.
That looks
cool.
great. That looks awesome.
You see what happened to her voice just now?
Wow. I turned into her.
Turned into Wario.
I've become her.
So there is some risk, right?
Uh-huh.
So it's, but if you want to say medium for this, totally fine.
Okay.
Okay, medium risk, high reward. What else you got?
Sure. CRHPAA.
That's crouching a heavy punch anti-air.
Crouching.
Let's not do that because you would never throw that out. That would only be on like reaction probably.
Sure.
So let's skip that one.
Okay. Yeah.
So what's the next one?
Backdash.
Sure. So we're in jab range. What's the risk of a backdash?
Pretty low.
Yeah, I'd say it's pretty low.
Pretty low risk.
What's the reward?
Also kind of low.
I would agree.
Just a little space.
Yeah, because I don't know about you. What would we say? It was low risk, medium reward for the backwalk, right?
Yeah.
I would agree with that assessment because then you could control how far back you go, and you have much more time to react to something, right? Okay. What about?
But you said you had said the backdash gets you out of a throw, but that's only at close range.
This is true.
Okay, so
but like from this range,
not super likely.
Right.
Yeah.
If you really expected a throw was coming, I would rather like tech or try and jab them out of it before they get close to you. You know. Okay. Which leaves only one more or no?
That's it.
Oh really? Oh, okay.
Backdash, I think.
Well, let's fucking finally put them together. We had, let's see. Let's get the obvious ones out of the way. Like, what are our lowest ranked ones, or maybe our highest ranked ones?
Our lowest ranked ones are crouching heavy punch, anti-air.
Oh yeah. Well, let's
So
just
like
say.
NA 0.
Yeah.
Backdash, jump
Like
in.
it's not NA 0. It's not like what I mean is it's not like you're never gonna do it.
Conditional.
It's just you're just never gonna throw it out as a choice.
Yeah.
It's always reaction. Always
Yeah.
reaction.
Okay. Okay, so forward walk, back walk, block jab, DI stock, jump in, backdash. I think of these, jump in and jab seem to be my strongest options.
Based on the risk reward ratio.
Based on risk reward ratio. I mean, even though the DI has a high reward, I think the risk to it doesn't make it the best option or the one I should be doing like commonly.
Based on what you just told me,
okay,
I have to do you the favor and let you know that this has to be turned up to high risk. Because the fact that you told me that's like kind of equal between this and this, something is wrong there.
Yeah.
Like
no, now that you're saying it and showing it, doesn't feel quite right. Because I think probably
Great
the jab
reward.
is a better is definitely by far a more safe option. So I think that you're right. If we're ranking them that way, then then the jab is infinitely safer than the jump.
Good call.
Cross up.
Okay, so are you saying your like number one priority should be jab here?
I think honestly, yes.
Probably good guess considering I named the range jab range.
Yeah, that's
right?
true. Yeah.
Okay, jab is number one. I probably fucking agree with you. Actually, let me check my fucking notes. I wrote some stuff down. Jab range. What do we got? Okay. Yeah, jab. Okay, what is next? What do you think?
I think that the next thing would probably be jump in. Ooh. But something about that feels scary.
Low risk,
maybe
high reward? Sorry, high risk, high reward?
And then we have medium risk, high reward on the DI, so that seems like statistically wise, we should be.
That's what I'm saying.
Higher.
If this don't forget, I think you have some medium risk, medium reward stuff here too.
Yeah, and then the medium risk, and then now that you're saying,
don't you have a low risk, medium reward option here?
Isn't that the backwalk?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wild.
Why are you not attracted to those? Why are you more attracted to the jump in? Is it the high reward?
I think I'm looking at the carrot and I'm like,
It's like
carrot.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah. It's a good fucking carrot, man.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, remember, this is about prioritization. This is about what should I do in a vacuum. And I'm letting you know. I'm trying to do you a favor for the future. From this range right here, doing little jabs like, one or two every now and then, pretty good practice. Doing a jump in here, the more you do that, you're going to set yourself up for getting red and, getting your...
Because it's ostentatious. It's big. It's
a risk. Yeah.
Okay.
Great reward, as, you've discovered.
Yeah.
But this is about what should you do most often.
So we think that the backwalk then...
I think backwalk and block are real strong here. Right?
Yeah.
Real strong. Because the reason block is good is because you don't want to get clipped by this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or this kind of stuff. Right? And the backwalk we already talked about. How strong that can be for just making someone whiff those very things I just talked about.
And I think backwalk is better because you are technically blocking, but you're also moving. So because you get both of those,
it depends,
maybe it's
man.
just up one tick higher than a block in that situation, maybe?
It's your call. If you want to do it that way, that's fine. Me personally, I'm going to tell you what I had. I had jab number 1, and then I had block, and then backwalk.
Okay.
Because from this range, it's probably because I haven't shown you many like how dangerous this can be. Crouching medium kick is one of the most dangerous fucked up things in this game. Specifically because of this. Right? Like, party starts right there, right? But even block this real quick, block low. It is still my fucking turn.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, that's a very expensive technique, but I don't need to spend that much meter. I could do that. You know what I mean? Like, leaving your legs wide open from this range, it's a little dangerous, man, if you know how to use this button, which I will definitely teach you. As opposed to this, which covers all those options.
Okay,
and then the only thing you have to be afraid of is...
That totally makes sense.
Great.
Yeah. The type of block that you get out of it. That I would say that puts block second and backwalk third.
Good call. Okay, what about next? Here's where things get interesting. Yeah, what are you thinking? Yeah. What's it gonna be?
So yeah, I'm looking. My pen is alternating between DI and forward walk right now.
Woo! Man, oh man! I will give you a clue. Well, not a clue, but I'm gonna tell you what's going on with my list.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm absolutely right. These were all instinctual that I wrote down today. One of the ones that you just said for me is indeed the next thing on my list. The other one is at the absolute bottom of my list.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think that it's forward walk.
Fuck yeah,
and
dude.
that DI is at the bottom.
Why do you think I put DI so low?
Because it is. It's a choice. It's like
big risk.
It's a big
commitment.
It's a big commitment. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
As opposed to forward walk.
Forward walk, because you were saying earlier, like forward walk, like it can be really scary. You can go in, you can do what you need, and
but also to juxtapose it with what you just said, it's not a big commitment. Think about this.
Right.
If we're right here, you could just do this. In fact, I do that all the time. It's just like getting closer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's Okay, so yeah, I think that forward walk definitely better than.
Do you want to put DI next?
Well, no, not anymore.
You can don't listen to me. Look, it's on you. Forward walk, DI. Just to remind you, you also have stock, backdash, and jump in. So the only things left are 4: stock, backdash, jump in, and DI. That's how I have them. But what do you think?
Jump in and DI. What do we put stock at as risk reward?
The stock at risk reward, I believe you said was medium.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You don't think so anymore?
I don't know. It's like it's lukewarm to me. Maybe I don't trust it yet.
What are you thinking? Not enough. Lukewarm because it's too risky, or lukewarm because you're not getting enough reward off of it?
I feel like maybe there's not enough reward off of it.
What do you think? Medium, low?
Medium. Well, because like I was saying earlier, anytime you can get a stock is pretty.
I think
great
you're
to have.
over-evaluating the stocks.
You think I'm over-evaluating?
Not because they're not great, they are, but because I think you're over-evaluating not having any. You're gonna have them.
Okay.
I'm almost thinking.
Yeah.
When you need them is when you can make them too. Usually.
I'll agree to that. Yeah, you can do that. Like only when you need them. Yeah. But also, like I said, like you're gonna have them all the time.
Okay. Then I think I would like to maybe do. Maybe I want to put.
Last thing we said was. Am I looking at the right one? No,
because this is medium. This is high risk. high reward? Is that what we called that?
I'm sorry.
I've gotten confused now. The jump in.
The jump in we said was high.
High.
You first said it was medium high, but then we changed it to high.
So is medium better than high?
Statistically, no, it's not. You know what I mean?
Right. So I think I kind of want to do, but then this is still medium high. I think I kind of do want to put jump in
So
above stock.
So it goes jab, block, back walk, forward walk, correct? And then jump in?
Jump in and stock.
Okay. And then what? Jump in, stock, and then there's backdash DI.
I think DI before backdash. I don't see a lot of use for the backdash for me in this situation.
That's fine because you have back walk.
Yeah.
So your list goes at the very end of it. It goes jump in, stock, DI, backdash.
Yes.
Fine by me.
That seems pretty good.
That's fine. And here's the reason I don't give a shit. Most of the time, you're not even using those. Those are so far fucking down the list.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
True. Yeah.
What are the 4 at the top?
4 at the top. We're going to jab, block, forward or back walk, and forward walk.
Yeah, dude. Between those 4, like that's literally playing footsies right here. Like, look, we just described footsies. We just described footsies in this range. Like jabbing, walking forward and back, and then blocking. Absolutely. But you understand them all as distinct choices now, right?
Yeah.
And then the others you have.
Yeah, for the just in cases.
There is one last thing I want to go over.
Okay.
And it only has only has 5 things on it. And I think it's super important for us to go over. Good job, by the way. You're doing great.
Thank you.
It's Oki. Not Oki. It's Wake Up. It only has 4 things to go over. You see?
Knockdown. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
when
cool.
you're waking up. What are your 4 options?
Back walk, block, throw, jab.
Great.
What about SRK or just doing an ultra?
Those things will go on the list eventually. Okay. Let's see. This scenario, just so you know, is the opposite of the one we did before.
Correct.
Now I'm knocking you down. Let's go from the top of your list. What is your first option?
Okay, first option is back walk, which is somewhat low risk because that gets me because it gets me a block, gets me to be able to block. But like you said earlier, I am now open to low pokes.
Okay.
Low pokes.
Do you think you're open to anything else?
Yeah. Also open to getting thrown, I guess.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So do you still think it's low?
Maybe we can elevate that to medium.
I would.
Because there's 2 major things that really can poke me out.
Not to mention, remember, this option in the corner, by the way?
Oh,
even
not
shittier.
there. Yeah,
even
yeah.
shittier, right?
And like, quite honestly, there are a lot of situations where you get popped to the corner and it starts with an Oki. So
back walk. You say medium risk on a back walk?
Medium risk.
I'd say, okay, yeah, sure. What's the risk? Or sorry, what's the reward?
Low.
$20.
Space.
1 million skillion. Space, yeah, maybe escaping the pressure. So you think low? You think this is medium low?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. What's your other options? Actually, I'm doing this now. I'm gonna save. You know what I'm gonna save? Check this out. Now you're always waking up.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
That's how I feel in regular life. I'm always just
You're
waking.
Getting married in a month. Married in a month.
Married a month.
Okay, so the next option is block.
Great. What's the risk?
I think that this is a lower risk than back walk.
I'll agree to that. But what are the risks?
Getting thrown. Getting
and then
thrown,
overhead.
And an overhead.
That's basically it.
Okay, yeah. So that's a pretty low risk.
Reward.
There's not much of a reward here. You're not like losing ground or anything like that. But there's not. It's low.
Low.
Yeah.
So check this out. This is an important thing to go over. Great. Block low, please. This sucks because it's not your turn. They can do whatever they want, right? Based on what we just did, what do you think your opponent's going to do? What do you think I would do if you were waking up? Based on what we just did.
Medium punch.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I would.
Yeah.
Right? Probably. Or maybe into this, right? So the point is, blocking, pretty fucking good option for this, right? But also, there is a reward for you blocking, and it might not be obvious, so I want to make it apparent. And that is, like, getting to eventually take your turn back. Obviously not your turn, because that's a bully button.
Sure.
But if I commit to this, that's your turn.
Sure. Okay.
You're pushed. Not only are you pushed out, It's +2 for you, kind of. If I'm -2, you're +2.
Right.
Not to mention this scenario, right? We did, hold on, block again. We do this into this. Kind of scary, right?
Yeah.
But once again, check this out. If I do this, the whole time of me walking up and doing this, it's your turn. It sucks because you have to guess, am I going to like do the throw or do the
other
further
bully
button.
but
Right. But it is your turn to... Yes! You never know what I'm going to fucking do. Or I could do this. Right. Oh, wait. Do jab again. Right? So there's a trade.
Okay.
Right? But then again, I could do this. Right? So there's options, but my point is, when you're blocking, don't neglect your reward of, it's my turn again.
Okay, so I think there is some enough reward on that to make it well, I mean, of the two options, the block is way better than the back walk, I think.
Okay, but what reward? Do you think low or medium?
Let me make it easier on myself and say, let's just put only the KDs in a vacuum. I think that would be a medium.
That's fine.
Medium reward.
Okay.
Considering the situation.
So low risk, medium reward.
Yeah.
And back walk was...
Yeah, because I think I'm kind of overthinking it and being like, in comparison to everything else that happens every time, but nothing else is going to happen at this time.
Yes.
So
good call.
So I think it's a medium
slow
reward.
down. Look what you just did.
So logical.
You just took all this giant game with all these options, and you were like, no, wait.
Fuck all that.
In this instance, that only lasts a split second, granted. But in this instance, there's only 3 things that could possibly happen.
It's like I shouldn't compare like the wake up block to the DI during jab range because
Totally
they're
different.
not the same scenario whatsoever. So
Good
it shouldn't
call.
be compared.
Good call.
So for a knockdown,
Yeah.
a low block is a pretty medium reward.
Okay. So,
Rather than-
low risk, medium reward.
Low risk, medium
and
reward.
And the walk back was
is a low risk, low reward, or medium risk, low reward.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on. There's only 2 more.
Okay. We got to throw.
Yeah. What's the risk?
Getting jabbed.
You want? You want to try it? I'm gonna have you wake up. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Oh,
And I throw on wake up.
Yeah. You throw on wake up.
Okay.
One more time. Oh no, that didn't work. Are you throwing?
Ooh, I'm trying.
I should be counter hit.
Okay, maybe I'm...
Mash it. Fuck it. There it is. So yeah, you know.
So that's some big risk there, because the medium punch is going to be like a pretty heavily used thing anyway against me, probably.
Could be. It could be.
So I
I
think
wouldn't throw on wake up.
You wouldn't?
Like-
not throw, but like tech.
Yeah. Tech, yeah.
But it's the same thing. Like,
But I'm only doing
Because-
that.
well,
I'm not
yeah.
weighing my options when I'm teching as much because I'm kind of like in my mind going, this person is literally going to tech me right now. Like this person's going to throw me right now, so I'm teching.
looking at this
Yeah.
here, like when I have Oki, throw is my number 2 option.
Yeah.
And so this kind of is like medium risky and medium rewardy, because if the number 2 options are medium punch, which is going to cancel my throw, or tech can be useful, but it doesn't give too much of a reward there. But the risk is pretty high for getting medium punch, which is the most likely option.
that's what I'm saying. Good
So-
look at you weighing the fucking options. If you know that your opponent, aka fucking me, you've played him many times. If you know that when I knock you down, I love to do this silly shit. Going for this.
It's gonna
Like when you
just
wake
get
up.
it's just gonna get me bopped.
That being said, the number 2 option is this.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you think about the risk? You want to let's do this. What's the reward? Potentially.
The reward potential is pretty much either getting bopped or teching, which is pretty neutral. So I think that is a kind of a low reward.
I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree to that.
Yeah. So I think that's low reward and medium risk.
Okay. I would agree to that.
Okay.
Medium risk, low reward, which is the same thing that you said for backwalk, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think between those two, that backwalk might even be more useful than a throw.
You want to bump up that low reward to a medium reward?
I
or
think
no?
so.
I think you're coming around. I agree.
think so because like
Because you escaped the fucking pressure.
yeah, because then at least at that point, if you backwalk, you escape that bully.
You go back
the
to
bully
neutral.
pressure, and
That's
you go
right.
Back to neutral
Good
instead
fucking
of
call. So we've got this right here. You want to wake up, hold back.
okay.
Yeah. That's a medium, right? Mm-hmm. Then you've got block low. That is medium.
Low? No,
Medium?
low, medium,
low medium.
low medium,
Yeah.
low medium,
And then you've got tech.
which is medium risk, low reward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You taking? What's going on there? There you go.
There we go.
Medium risk, low. Great. And there's only one more thing. What is it?
That's jab.
Oh my god. Okay. What is the risk?
We did this.
Like, think about what I might do to you on your wake up. What might I do on your wake up?
Medium punch. Medium punch or throw me.
And how would that fucking exchange go? If you jab?
The medium punch wins it out.
Oh,
right?
you're fucking done. Here, let's try it right now. You're gonna wake up. I did it early or late. Yeah, you're fucked. It's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad news.
Bad news bear.
However, let's try the throw. You ready?
Okay, yeah.
My bad. Once again. Yeah, it loses to that.
Because you said as long as you time it right, then it will beat the jab.
Because it does have startup.
Exactly.
Yeah,
the jab does have startup.
Okay.
Do you know what this is for in this scenario? If someone's like bad at their meaties, you know what I mean? Bad at timing this or timing this, or in a scenario where it's not perfect wake up situation where I knock you down, I'm right next to you. It could be a situation like this, and then I get in close and I'm not exactly like. If it takes time for me to get to you, then maybe maybe a jab. You know what I mean?
Word.
But so, what do you think?
I think that's a high risk,
Absolutely.
low reward situation.
High risk, low reward.
Maybe medium reward.
Yeah, I would say medium at least.
Because I guess comparison to the other things, you do have the potential to maybe.
It would be your turn again if you hit them.
Yeah.
Or,
so high risk, medium reward
I would
on
agree
jabs,
to that.
I'd say.
Great. So I would agree with all the assessments you just made. Now you tell me what you think I'm gonna break out my list too of these 4 simple things. Wake up. Yep, there it is. You tell me what you think the priority should be.
Honestly, for this, I think it's probably block.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, when you get knocked down, block.
Yeah.
It is so dangerous. Absolutely. Okay, what about that?
So then we do block.
What's next?
Probably a back walk.
Yes.
And then a throw and then a jab.
Couldn't agree more. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Fucking nailed it. And once again, man, look at your risks and your rewards because those things aren't created equal. Like, I feel like you should be blocking 80% of the time compared to this shit.
Sure.
Right? And you should only do this if you really think they're not going to come with like a low and you need to make space, right? Obviously, this is taken out of the game when you're like in the corner or close to the corner, right?
This is extremely useful.
Good.
So, I really do feel today like very, very like I'm getting Matrix mind. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, I got
Yeah,
you.
I love that.
I'm your tank. So, and remember, this thing is only if you really think a throw is coming. Right?
And I guess after my first knockdown, or my first few knockdowns, I'll probably have a much better idea of whether or not that'll be.
Good fucking job!
They do.
You're already making the next step, which is like, well, I don't know if they're going to throw me or may hit me on my wake up. I guess I better pay attention. The leap you just made is neglected by so many players. The logical leap and the emotional maturity to be like, well, I have a responsibility now, and that responsibility is just to listen to my opponent from the get-go.
Yeah.
Good fucking job. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, from like, as soon as it says fight, round 1, I'm like, what do you like to do? And when I like knock someone down, and then I'll put this on them, usually, right? And then I'm like, counter hit. Oh, my nigga. You pressing buttons? We're going to have a fucking party. You know what I mean?
I see.
Then if I see, they're blocking a lot every time, okay, word. Then I'll knock them down again and I'll go for this. And I'm like, they're teching too. They're really good at defense. They're teching that too. Then I'll start throwing this out. Like I'll walk forward and then I'll walk back and then they'll like whiff that and I'm like, fuck you.
Boom.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about listening and changing. It's improv.
Man, yeah, I really feel some wheels starting to like creep.
My man. Good
like,
for you.
It's like, I don't know, the visual is like, you get these gears and there's like dust between and they're like, and the dust kind of crumbles and they're starting to like.
They're starting to be pristine again. Let's go, man.
It's similar to improv too, like feedback that I always get from people who don't have improv training.
Oh, the magic trick.
Is like, it's just, I don't think fast. I don't know how to think that fast. And it's clear now, right now, I think, at least to me, during this lesson, how you could make these kind of decisions quickly by basically doing what Kellie did earlier, which was go, well, in this moment, there's like 3 options.
You're absolutely right. It's the same thing I used to do in improv, which is like, I don't know what to do. You remember the fucking kids would come to us all the time and be like, I don't know how to enter a scene when I'm the 4th person. I'm like, why are you trying to enter the scene when there's already 3 people out?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Stop. Just think,
The cool move is to just not come into the scene.
Just wait.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone long enough, but hopefully this helped you.
This was very, very good.
Good. So everybody out there who wants lessons, fucking pay me. I'm broke. So here's the deal. Use your homework, Kellie. You've got your little chart here.
Yeah.
I'm going to send you something digitally to maybe help you with this. To maybe having a copy on your phone or something. I don't want to know. Sure. Or maybe I'll write down a version. I don't know. But then you can fill in the blanks. Like, because we didn't go over jump range. We didn't go over...
Yeah, we're still missing jump, mid, close range.
Mid-range is super important.
And we're also missing pressure and minus.
Yeah, which are basically like the equivalents of those ranges you just said.
Yeah.
That's on you. You can fill those in as you go, just like, what you think it is. And you can use the numbers here to help you evaluate what the options are. The thing is, this is what I want you guys to go home to do too with Kellie, is like, for whatever game you play, whatever character you play, like think about like, okay, in this situation and from this range, each choice I have, think about the risk and the reward, and then rank those choices. You know what I mean? That's what I would recommend. There's an extra one for you, Kellie. I don't know when the next time we're going to get together is and play. But specifically, this is a very important tool for jury that I haven't taught you yet, but it's super important. It's kind of the linchpin of our game plan. We played with it before a little bit. Is that medium kick, right?
Okay.
I want you to press it. I want you to press it on me real quick.
Oh, no.
Medium kick by itself, okay? That is, stop. 5 frames of startup, right?
Yeah.
Think about how fast that is. That's only 1 frame faster than the fastest attack in the game, right? 5 frame startup. Also, look at the range. Hit it. Hit it again. Not bad, right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Not bad. Like, only a little bit shorter than this fucking thing. But compare the startups on both, right?
Yeah,
5 versus 17. Look at the frames on hit. Do it. 3. So you're not going to combo or anything?
Is it 2 hits?
It is. Hit it again.
Oh, I see, because you get it with the knee.
Only the close one hits, like,
I got you.
The first little hit there. That's okay. Like, you should definitely be using this from the tip, if you would, right? So only 3. When you hit that, you're not going to be comboing out of it or anything.
Sure.
Right? But it's still good. Hit it on block. Right? -4. So if you hit it here, do it, and then try and block after. Oh, one more time. Oh, well, it can't reach, but you get the idea. 4 is, it's unsafe. But only to 4 framers, right?
Sure.
So pretty goddamn
For
safe,
clicks.
you think,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Especially if you use it from that appropriate range.
Sure.
This attack, bro, it's a very important one to her. I want you to go through. You can do it at any point. You could start it. You could have it be the first thing you do here. But I want you to go through all your ranges in your notes and insert it and ask yourself, A, the first thing we did last episode, A, should it be here? If not, move on to the next zone. And then B, if it is, if you think you should do it here, do what we did this episode. Evaluate what are the risks, what are the rewards, and then rank it.
All right.
Just a medium kick. You feel me?
Yes.
Great. That's just for Kellie, but you could do it with like any or all of your moves at home with whatever game you're doing. This isn't just Street Fighter. This is fighting games in general. Oh boy, this was a fucking long one, but I think finally... Hopefully, look, I'm not giving you homework because you're getting married in a month. But, like, you don't have to have this done by next time. But, I don't know, maybe try a little bit.
No, this is huge. This episode was huge. And
well,
actually,
in a lot of
last
ways,
episode,
yeah.
Yep. It's
last
73
episode
minutes long.
and this episode, I think, in combination, are, like, a really essential part of this whole thing. Probably even more than, I don't know. Learning it all is good, but this really is starting to, like, make me realize, like, this is not just a mystifying thing that I'll never understand.
Nope. You can see it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
It's
great.
like fun.
It's very cool.
You know, you can like chill out and like eat pizza and do it.
I do it all the time.
Yeah,
I would love to do it more.
Chill, yeah.
And, you know, I think some of these things too, now that I've been playing against like people online a little bit, you inherently kind of start to do it because, you know, I've said to people out loud like while I'm playing, like, stop throwing me. I don't want you to do that anymore. I'm going to change.
And that's the thing, yeah. The beautiful part is if you notice, like, stop throwing me. Wait, he's throwing me a lot. If he's throwing me a lot, I can just jump. I can just jump. I can just jump at and fuck him up. Right. Yep. One of my favorite quotes is, if someone is spamming a move, then you're spamming a mistake.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
I love that.
You can say that to like every Scrubs quote.
That's what I'm, dude. Stop spamming a mistake. Yeah. All right, y'all. This was a long one, but thank you. Check us out on patreon.com/superbeardbros.
Yeah.
For more of this and our other shows, please pay me to teach you Street Fighter. All right, guys. It's very hot and very hard to do this show. Okay, it's very hot and very hard. Okay, thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.